It's the disconnect, Chloe. Learners are trained to understand the dictionary definition of words. Sarcasm, however, means saying one thing but intending the exact opposite.
If someone says, "Oh, that was a brilliant idea," they don't actually mean it was brilliant. They mean it was probably very stupid.
And the key, the absolute secret sauce here is intonation. If the pitch doesn't drop, or if the pace doesn't slow down slightly on the key adjective, it just sounds like a genuine compliment.
Let's try a demonstration. James, you had a meeting that lasted 4 hours and solved nothing.
That meeting was incredibly productive. I achieved so much.
Now, use the same words but be sarcastic.
That meeting was incredibly productive. I achieved so much.
See the difference? The sarcastic tone is often slower, heavier, and emphasizes the word that the speaker doesn't mean. It often sounds slightly bored.
Let's try another common scenario. Someone trips and spills their drink.
"Oh, dear, are you okay? That's awful."
Wow, smooth move. You look like you planned that. Perfect timing.
The sarcasm here relies on complimenting their physical skill, smooth move, when they clearly just failed. It's verbal irony, a discrepancy between what is said and what is meant.
Our first rule for using irony and sarcasm is master the monotone. Don't be enthusiastic when you're being sarcastic. Let the tone signal the reversal of meaning.
Moving on, James, let's discuss a cornerstone of especially British humor, the art of understatement.
Ah, yes, where everything is fine even when the world is ending. Understatement is the practice of presenting something as less important, severe, or dramatic than it actually is.
It's a polite way of complaining, basically. If your house is flooded, you might say, "Well, that's not ideal."
If your flight was delayed by 15 hours and your luggage was lost, you might tell a colleague, "We had a slight hiccup with the travel arrangements."
This is confusing because the literal meaning suggests minor trouble, but the context implies catastrophe. Learners need to be aware that if a native speaker uses words like a bit, slightly, or not ideal to describe a truly awful situation, they are joking or complaining politely.
Let's listen to this quick exchange.
As colleague A, how was the traffic getting here this morning?
As colleague B, whose car broke down, "Oh, it was a little bit challenging, actually. My morning was a minor setback."
Implied meaning, the traffic was horrendous and my car died.
If you hear that, don't take the words minor setback literally. Understand that they are suffering and making light of it.
This style of humor is often a defense mechanism. It allows the speaker to acknowledge pain or difficulty without sounding overly dramatic or demanding sympathy.
So our second rule is, if the description is too mild for the situation, assume it's an understatement. Okay, let's lighten the mood considerably and talk about the low-hanging fruit of humor. Puns and dad jokes. These are great entry points for learners because they rely heavily on wordplay and vocabulary rather than complex cultural contexts.
Dad jokes, of course, are traditionally very groan-inducing, simple jokes, often using puns. A pun is a joke exploiting the different possible meanings of a word or the fact that there are words that sound alike but have different meanings, homophones.
Let's practice with some quick examples. Listen for the double meaning. Why don't scientists trust atoms?
Why?
Because they make up everything.
Pun on make up, meaning both to constitute and to fabricate. What do you call a fake noodle?
A fake noodle?
An impasta. Pun on imposter and pasta.
I told my wife she was drawing her eyebrows too high.
And what did she say?
She looked surprised.
Pun on the expression looked surprised and the physical act of looking surprised. These jokes require an understanding of how words sound alike. For instance, in the impasta joke, you need to know the words imposter and pasta.
Let's try one with homophones, the words that sound the same but are spelled differently. What musical instrument is found in the bathroom?
I don't know.
A tuba toothpaste.
Pun on tuba, the instrument, and tube of toothpaste, sometimes pronounced similarly in quick speech.
The beauty of these is that they are universal, and if they fail, they are easily excused as a bad joke.
The risk is low. If you deliver a pun and no one laughs, you can simply groan and say, "That was a terrible joke, I know." And everyone will understand you were attempting humor.
Our third rule is embrace the groan. Puns and dad jokes are great for practicing pronunciation because a joke relies on perfect sound clarity.
Now, let's address the most sensitive part: cultural context and taboos. Learning humor is great, but avoiding offense is paramount, especially when you are speaking a second language.
Humor, particularly in North America and the UK, often circles around self deprecation, workplace stress, and shared annoyances like the weather or public transport.
Avoid joking about politics, religion, or sensitive personal characteristics unless you know your audience extremely well.
A joke that works perfectly among friends may completely fall flat, or worse, cause offense in a professional setting. The safest path is often to use self deprecating humor, making fun of yourself.
For example, if you make a small mistake while speaking English, instead of apologizing profusely, you can joke, "My brain clearly needs to be rebooted. That was my preposition failure mode kicking in."
That kind of joke shows you were aware of your mistake. You're confident enough not to panic, and it's relatable.
Another key tool is the cushion phrase. If you attempt a slightly risky joke and feel the tension rise, you need a quick way to signal it was just a joke.
The best cushion phrases are, "I'm only messing with you," informal, friendly teasing.
Just kidding. The universal retract button.
"That was meant to be ironic, sorry," for when your sarcasm failed.
Let's look at an example. You are playfully criticizing a friend's awful new shirt.
"Wow, that sure is a choice. Did you lose a bet or something?" "Just kidding. I wouldn't be caught dead in it."
The "just kidding" at the end immediately signals that the criticism was playful teasing, not genuine malice. Without that cushion, the comment about the shirt could be genuinely hurtful.
Our final rule, rule number 4, always carry a just kidding parachute.
Let's put all this together into a mini dialogue focusing on a classic situation, a bad restaurant experience. See if you can spot the sarcasm, the understatement, and the playful teasing.
Well, the service here is just phenomenal, isn't it? We've been waiting 45 minutes for the menu. Sarcasm.
It's a minor delay. I suppose the chef is taking a nice long break.
I heard the waiter describing today's special. He said it was freshly frozen. I think that was his attempt at a pun. An awful pun, mind you.
If my food is as cold as the waiter's demeanor, I might have to bring up the temperature with the manager.
Right. Don't worry, if you complain, I promise to have your back. I'm only messing with you. Mostly.
That short interaction perfectly encapsulates the layers of conversational humor. It uses tone to signal true meaning, understatement to soften complaints, and cushioning phrases to maintain friendship.
When you listen to English speakers, start training your ear for those tonal shifts. If you hear a compliment delivered in a bored, slow voice, it's probably sarcasm.
And remember, attempting humor is a huge step towards fluency. It shows you're engaging with the culture and the subtlety of the language. Don't be afraid to try out a simple pun or a gentle piece of self-deprecation.
You might get a groan, but hey, a groan is still a reaction, and it means you were understood.
Thank you so much for tackling this tricky topic with us. We truly hope we give you the tools to land your next English joke successfully.
Now go forth and be witty. Until next time, keep laughing and keep learning.
Bye, everyone.